So this mug here actually tells a story. And I had a student who was graduating, and she gave me this as a farewell gift. Oh, by the way, we professors aren't supposed to accept gifts, uh, but up to $10 is okay. I have had students give me Coke Zeros before because I know that's what I drink. But anyway, she used to come to my office, and at times I intimidate people because I have a poker face when I want it to be. And people just can't read anything off of it. And so she gave me this mug, and I think it's pretty funny, and it's sitting on my desk in my office. Now, one thing I've told you about is having a go-to line that if you get stuck or something, you can always go to it. And once I was doing a paper, and I actually had a brain fart, and I didn't know what to do, and so I just said, by the way, did I tell you I was born of poor but noble parents? And then there was some laughter, and then I said, okay, back to the paper. My granddaughter was giving the maid of honor speech at her sister's wedding this past weekend. And she was really nervous about it. She was afraid she was going to start crying, which she did do. But she managed to make it to the end. I asked her, okay, what's your go-to line? And she said to me, I was born at a very young age. Perfect. First of all, it's witty. Me being the master of bad jokes, I just absolutely loved it. And so that's something to think about in your communication. Now, what you have coming up due is the negotiation game. I realize that some of you are having trouble contacting other teams. And I was afraid of this. And I gave you, 2-3 weeks to do this assignment. So time really shouldn't have been an issue. But I realized that some people are responsive in online classes and some people just aren't. So if you made a good faith effort, tell me that you made a good faith effort to try to contact the other team. And all you have to do is tell me basically what's the landscape, what's the background of the way you looked at this negotiation. Tell me what your strategy is, meaning where were you going to push them or force them. And the thing is, this doesn't have to be a written paper. It could just be a bunch of bullet points. I'm okay with that. And then tell me, what number will you accept? What's your bottom line? This is a line in the sand. We will not go below this, or we will not go above this. Yeah, it'd be good if you write a conclusion statement, like, do you think you're going to be successful? Or do you think this is going to go poorly? And just tell me why. Is it about the culture of the other company or whatever? That's all you have to do if you can't contact the other company. Anyway, so what are we doing this week? Well, first, we talk about the great speakers. Here's the thing about writers. You steal from other people. Even the line, I was born of poor but noble parents. Well, actually, I think that comes from the Bible, talking about Jesus. But I got the line from a friend of mine, Pete Schuneman. And so I stole it from him. And I've had many quotations and lines from me or explanations that other people have stolen. And it's okay. But just, make it your own. Use it in your own context. The other part of this, so looking at the great speakers is one way of learning. Anytime I hear a great speaker, and hopefully a lot of you have this habit, is I write down notes. Or I, type something into my phone or something like that. Because you could use this later. And when I see great speakers, and let's face it, there aren't that many great speakers in the world, you can see what they do right or what they do wrong. Lecture this week is about audience. And the one thing about audience is there's pre-prep for audience, meaning how much do I understand? What are the little things that I can do to get myself ready? And then there's active audience. And that's that sometimes you don't know who they're going to be. And so how well can you read the audience? And are you prepared for things that go wrong or the things that change? And that's what I refer to as agility, because what agility is how can you respond to different situations quickly. That's why when they say agile, 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 that's what they really should mean. Anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know. And everybody, have a great week.